Hello, Year 8. Welcome to Mr. Chen's classrooms. So in the term 3, you have me as your science teacher. So this is going to be really fun. So I'm gonna start now on what we are going to learn in term 3. So in term 3, if you look on the red one on your screen at the moment, in term 3 we will go through pretty much chemical science. Okay, so term 3 is mostly about science on chemicals. Okay, so these involve states of matters and particles theories. So pretty much all this is you're looking at the physical and chemical changes on all the things that's going on around you. Okay, and the really microscopic stuff that is happening under there as well, which are the particles in all things. Okay, and next we will be looking at elements and compounds. Elements and compounds pretty much make up everything in this world, which I will go further when we touch on that topic. And we will finish off with chemical reaction, and that will be it for term 3. And remember, all of these will cover under your achievement standards. Okay, so under achievement standards, you will be able to compare between physicals and chemical changes and use the particle models to explain and predict the properties and behavior of substance. So pretty much you will get to know why things and substance behave the way they are. It's like, for example, water. Why is water fluid? Okay, why is water able to fill in any gaps? And you will talk about how ice and how can water turn into ice and then turn into water vapor, and why, how it works, and all the physical sides and chemical side of it. And also you will learn about uh, metals, metalloid and non-metals. So things like silvers, things like irons, things like magnesium, potassiums, okay, all the new stuff. And also non-metals involve oxygens and etc. And don't worry, you might feel that you never come across all these words. That is why we're here. Okay, and I'm gonna teach you how to write equations and stuff, and how you can actually speed the chemical reactions with catalysts. So they are actually all real life stuff that you can apply this knowledge to. Okay, so remember, you have to start taking notes. Okay, so in each lesson, I will provide you with the objective. If you look here, objective of the videos, we literally go through what we are going to talk about, pretty much a goal. So by the end of this, you will able to define matter. Okay, you probably never heard of matter before, but don't worry, I will go through that right now. And by the end of this video, you will be able to explain particle theory as well. Now, let's start. States of matter. States of matter pretty much is what is going on with things. Okay. So, before we start, let's go through this. What is matter? Have you heard of this term before? What is matter? Like, have heard of this matter? So, if you haven't, let me present you with the definition. Okay, so matter is anything that has mass and take subspace. Okay, for example, it has volume. So things that actually have mass and take up space are matters. So pretty much everything in this world, most thing in this world are matter. For example, yourself. Okay, yourself is a matter. Okay, your mobile phone. Phone. Oxygen that you breathe in. Car. Oxygen that you breathe in. Cars. Okay, and your scooters. Burgers, and etc. I think you get the meaning now. Okay, pretty much most thing in this world. However, there is also a thing that is called non-metal. Okay, so there's also this thing called non-metal. So we have matter, but we also have non-matter. What do you think non-matters are? So non-matters are anything else that does not have mass or volume. Okay, I want you to pause the video quickly and quickly think about and see if you know anything that doesn't have a mass and doesn't have a volume. Okay, it means it doesn't take up any space. So once you're done, you can continue this video. So things that are non-matter will be, example, light. Okay, so light, sound, electricity, alright, electricity, and also things, colors. Okay, so if you actually think you will realize that light, sound, electricity, and color that do not actually have mass at all, and they do not fill up any spaces. Okay, they can't. They just go past it, travel past it. Okay, it just like that. Okay, so now that you you now know what is matter and what is non-matter. Okay, so you know about matter and non-matter. So by the way, guys, if you need to rewind your video, pause it, please feel free to do so that you can actually keep up. Okay, this is why I make the video, for you to actually can go back and learn if you need to. Okay, now that we know matters are anything that make up spaces and has volume, okay, and mass, I want to tell you the particle theory. So particle theory, I'm gonna use pink. So particle theory means that particles theory says that, okay, particle theory says all matter consists of many very small particles, okay, which are constantly moving or in a continual state of motion. Okay, what this means is if we're gonna take your cell phone out, okay, so pretend this is your pink mobile phone, okay, pink mobile phone. So pink mobile phone is obviously a matter, okay, so extending out signal, okay, so pink mobile phone here is a matter. So if you zoom it really deep enough, if you use a electron microscope, this is a microscope actually, not the best drawing, but if that doesn't actually show you any the particle, but if you go deep enough, you will notice that they are actually made out of tiny particle, okay, that are packed together to become a solid. Okay, so if you look underneath, you will realize they are actually made out of particles. This is what you are made out of. So okay, so if you have been dissect far enough, small enough, okay, if you look into you deep enough, you will realize that you are actually made out of particles yourself, just like you and me. So this is why we are actually matter. So these actually move constantly. They actually move, okay, but because they are solid, they are so rigid, they are not able to move a lot. That's why, however, they do move, just like metal. Okay, so if you have a piece of metal, if you put it underneath the sun, or if you burn it, it will get really hot, doesn't it? And when it get really hot, it actually expand. So that expand actually means that the particles are actually moving. Okay. So particle theory also said that it depends how the degree of how it moves, the degree of movement is determined by energy. Okay, so it means however much it whether it move more or less, it depends on how much energy it has. So the more energy it has in a matter, the faster it moves. Does that make sense? By the way, guys, please write down any confusions and any confused questions that you have and ask me during the lesson. Okay, so for now, we'll use our lesson for asking questions and also to do your work. So to summarize this lesson, we went through what we're going to do for term 3, and we also went through the objective of the lesson or videos. And in our objective, we talk about what is matter, and we also talk about the particle theory. Make sure you write this down, and we need them during our lesson. That will be. Thank you for listening. See you later. Peace.